last time I think I checked back and did one of these, must have been like 6 weeks out or so from all of the shows. A lot has changed since then. I think life was pretty chaotic for myself up until now. I recently moved out of California. I'm living in Arizona now. So right now I'm just doing breakfast. What I normally do is I butter the pan. So I just put some butter in there. So if you've been following my channel or following me, you'll know that right now I'm doing a Minicut diet. So I basically just coat the pan with butter just so it cooks well and it tastes pretty good too. Probably just do potatoes just because they're more satiating. And I first just add some spinach. And just put that apart into the pan. I noticed that I still like to prepare foods a certain way, whereas in the off season I'll just kind of throw something together and just eat it because you're just not interested in food. But I think that's another reason why a mini cut is so good, because right in the middle of your off season where you're starting to get like less food focused and you're disinterested in food, it kind of re-sparks that interest in food, because the extreme hypocaloric dieting creates you know, a huge spike in hunger and makes you realize that you enjoy eating. It's just hard when you are eating a large surplus of food for a long time. Pure cranberry juice. Of course, I make a mess. Then in the sparkling water, I'll put Crystal Light. Breakfast, I'm doing tadalafil for blood pressure. So I will have, I believe, 10 milligrams. And that's just because since my body weight is so high, and I do use PEDs, systolic number tends to be a little bit high. So I've been using this to try to help with that. And then I've also been adding some beetroot powder. Probably get some work done on my laptop here. I don't do any studying before I go to the gym. Usually I'll just, like anything I can get done really quickly, I'll just get it out of the way so I don't have to worry about it. And then I'll kind of make a list of tasks that I have to do throughout the day, so I can kind of offload that stress and know that I can come back to that list later. Got a couple chunks. And now you can Ugh. Okay, now what I'm going to do is grab a Ziploc. Put all these in there. And contrary to if I were to store it after cooking, and I would want all the air out and it's sealed so it doesn't oxidize, I want it to be open and I want it to get some air in there. So I'm just going to leave it in the fridge with the mouth open. Alright, so I just got home from the gym. Right now I'm cooking up some lean ground beef. This is 93.7. And then I'm also going to do some cream of rice. So I'm doing 64 grams of that, which is about 50 grams of carbs. Okay, so here's my post-workout meal. I'm drinking a Diet Dr. Pepper. This does have a little bit of caffeine to kind of speed up the absorption of the food I'm going to eat. Half teaspoon of salt, 93.7 ground beef, about 6 ounces. It's about 36 grams of protein. And then 50 grams of carbs from cream of rice and some blueberries as well. Okay, so my goal is to show like what I actually do. I think I sometimes miss on some of the things that I do throughout the day in these day in the life. Usually I got home from the gym, I'll eat my post-workout meal. I went for a walk, which is probably should have showed you guys, so I apologize. Most day, well, pretty much every day, I then do work on my computer. What I did so far was I sent messages to some of my clients, checked in with people, answered emails, and then now what I'm doing is creating an Instagram post from one of my old podcasts. I think it's important to pull some of the clips from the podcast, so not everybody's gonna sit and watch a full, hour or two podcast. I'll usually do something like that, or I'll edit a current video that I have going on. And then generally later I'll study. On my days off, I usually study towards the nighttime. All right, so I just finished editing my post for Insta, and now I'm eating my third meal. This is just a mixture of bell peppers, zucchini that I sauteed with just some salt, and then some of the beef that I cooked earlier, and then sriracha on there as well. Okay, so I just got back from the store and I was craving some salmon. I'm getting it really hot, so I kind of want to sear the salmon. So I decided to do the potatoes later because I actually get hungrier towards nighttime sometimes. So I thought right now I would just do a big salad. Mixed greens, carrots, and then the salmon I just cooked. And then for the sauce, I like honey mustard when I'm dieting. And I didn't have any mustard, but I had this mustard-based hot sauce. I mixed it with some soy sauce and a Splenda instead of honey. That's kind of how I make like a low-calorie honey mustard. And it actually tasted pretty good, so I just put that on the salad, and that's how I'm gonna eat it. All right, and one thing I'd like to mention that I did transitioning from eating a large volume of food to smaller volume is I switched out my fruit juices, so my orange juice for whole food oranges because they have more fiber and they're more satiating. I'm taking notes, and the book I'm doing right now is the Complete Contest Prep Guide by Lane Norton. So I just have the PDF on my phone and I just take notes. I try to get through at least 10 pages a day. Yeah. So I just got back in from grilling, so I have meal number 5, 6 ounces of potatoes, 5 ounces of chicken, and some carrots. And then I didn't show, but I ate 10 almonds as well as a snack in between. I'm gonna film something real quick. You can't hear anything. You can't be heard by the microphone, so I'm just gonna film something for a day in the life that I'm shooting.
Why would you tell him he can't?
What do you mean? Like if you were to say something, it's not gonna be picked up.
Like dick hole in your ear.
I mean, I don't know. It's Matthew. Like you could literally say anything. This is going to be one of my 3 10-minute walks. I didn't film the other ones, and then we were actually at the mall walking around on my watch here. See if I can get it with my dogs pulling me. So that's the average I'm trying to maintain with walking right now, and that's just so that I can continue to burn the same amount of calories, so I don't have to modify my nutrition based on my activity level. So I make sure at least doing 3 10-minute walks when I'm working. I'm a server, so I walk a lot naturally because of that. But yeah, it's just something that you want to track and keep consistent. All right, so just gonna show what supplements I'm taking. Right now I got 4 grams of astragalus for kidney function. I'm doing cod liver oil. Get omega-3s. 10,000 I use a vitamin D3 just because I haven't been getting in the sun as much as I'd like. I would normally do 8,000. Last time I did my vitamin 3 hydroxy test, I was within range. I think I was like 60 or 65. So would have liked it a little bit higher, so probably should be getting in the sun more, but I'm also supplementing with a little more D3. That was just, sorry, I forgot that one was, biocurcumin for inflammation, although my inflammation markers have always been low. It's more of a preventative thing. And then citrus bergamot for my HDL. Should be getting my blood work back in a couple days, and we'll see if my lipids have improved at all. I think that's it. I have a sleep aid, but I don't really need to take it. Oh, IP6 as well for iron chelation, so I don't absorb all of the iron I'm eating, because I don't want all of it, because that can cause problems internally if I have too high of iron. Yeah, that's pretty much it. All right, that's pretty much a day in the life for me right now. I know it's kind of boring, but it's just a lot of the same repetitious stuff day in, day out. You know, I think a lot of this game and being successful in anything really is about consistency and consistently doing those quote unquote boring tasks, even though they do excite me, doing those over and over again. So, you know, you'll see a lot of that throughout my videos, but I hope that you maybe find some entertainment or some value in it. Regardless, I'll check in with you next time. If you want to see any more day in the life, just let me know by leaving a comment or liking the video and subscribing to the channel. Talk to you guys soon.